3 Islamic countries that used to be Westernized. 1. Afghanistan. In the 1950s and 1960s, Afghanistan was rapidly modernizing. Afghanistan was a monarchy, but not a conservative one. Co-ed schools for boys and girls were established. Strict dress codes for women were abolished. King Amanullah even restricted his own rule by adopting a constitution. Kabul was transformed with foreign investments. New highways and modern buildings were designed and built. New airports allowed foreign tourists to visit the country. Kabul University started accepting women. In the 1960s, the fashion industry was booming. Kabul designer Safia Tarzi was featured in Vogue. Afghani goatskin coats and sheer trousers became a fashion export. The monarchy was overthrown in 1973. What followed were decades of warfare and interventions. In 2021, Afghanistan became an Islamic emirate. The Taliban has banned all mixed-gender gatherings. Women's education is now unavailable. Even music, chess, and non-Islamic art are illegal. 2. Iran. Iran was once one of the most progressive countries in the region. It was very cosmopolitan and cultured. In the 1960s, Iranian cinema was booming. By the 1970s, dozens of movies were made each year. It was an era of pop music and glossy magazines. Iranian women followed Western fashions. They were free to wear what they liked. Even miniskirts and swimsuits were common. The Tehran Hilton Hotel hosted beauty pageants. Alcohol was freely sold in bars and stores. The education system welcomed both women and men. Trendy urbanites frequented the ski chalets in the Alborz Mountains. Literature and science flourished. Mehrabad International Airport was one of the busiest in Western Asia. In the 1970s, it was a bustling hub of international tourism. The 1979 Islamic Revolution installed a new regime. Its leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, declared himself Allah's messenger. He vowed to purge all Western influences. Women's rights were swiftly revoked. Western music, art, and fashion was banned. The female minister of education was executed. Female professionals were fired from their jobs. The legal marrying age for women was lowered to 9. Women were forbidden to go out in public without a male companion. 3. Pakistan. Pakistan was very much Westernized before the 1970s. It was a trendy spot with jazz lounges and belly dancers. Pakistan's elite was mostly Western educated. They openly drank alcohol and endorsed liberal attitudes. Pakistan was also part of the hippie trail from Turkey to India. When Paul McCartney arrived in Karachi, he was mobbed by adoring fans at an airport bar. Pakistan was nominally Islamic, but it wasn't strict. The British introduced blasphemy laws in 1927, but between 1927 and 1985, only 10 blasphemy cases were heard in court. Between 1985 and 2011, more than 4,000 cases were handled. Today, people are often killed for alleged blasphemy. Pakistan's first Christian federal minister was assassinated in 2011. The country's first prime minister was a secular Shiite, but in 1973, Islam was declared as the state religion. Many movie theaters have been shut. Artists have been driven underground. School curricula now teach students to view only Muslims as Pakistan citizens.